Morning breakfast raised with bread. But I'm home when you are in Nyabuhanse.
Ugali.
So, breakfast porridge with sweet potato. Lunch ugali with fish.
Very healthy
Supper,
diet.
Ugali with omena or chicken. Sleep natural.
Yeah.
You know.
Very healthy.
Here, raise any corner, and then when you walk around here, town is smell sewage. I don't know what happened in Nairobi, but everything we say, God is number one. We thanks God a lot for a lot of things He done in our life, guys. We meet here with our
fine, no bucket, watch your love for like it, why not more, your body, chocolate, bush ready, imade, double zile, kilo fe, why now, my lady, tell me what's in your body, I'm a damn easy, baby, and you want to give me control, even want to get out, I'm a make up my you, I'm a need to I go my you, I'm a need to do maybe, I don't money there is do maybe don't go carry belly, do maybe, like one of me see
Hey, guess what, guys? Today we are here at Interior Concept Workshop Center, and it's amazing because actually we've met with great YouTubers, and yeah, I want to go there and say hi to them so that you guys can see the place, and of course if you can support him it will be of great support. But yeah, maybe I can show you the environment. This is how the place is. Apparently we are in Lumumba Drive. His workshop is found in Lumumba Drive. Yeah, so he does interior and designs. He's called Mr. Charles, but his YouTube channel or his business goes by the name Interior Concept Design. So yeah, let's see how this place looks like, and I really appreciate. So if you're a new viewer, kindly consider subscribing, and I really appreciate. Then like and drop your opinions or comments. Then share this video to your friends and family, and of course for my returning subscribers, as usual, like, drop your comments, and share this video to your friends and family. So there is a surprise guest over here. I want to go and check him out, and I'll really appreciate. So watch the video till the end, and I'll really appreciate. Welcome, guys. Today we are blessed to have the international superstar.
international
superstar. You know, he's an artist.
Imagine.
And he's an international.
Actually, by the way, he's an artist.
Your songs have been listened in USA, in Canada, in England. Bro, you're international, bro.
He's polipokering.
Yeah.
No cornering. And manganyu. Guys, is not vegetable. He make me, I work in this street people. Every corner, mayugno. And someone he can talk with me, but he smell race. You know? So no problem. In this town, people eat race too much.
You're Team Ugali.
I'm Team Ugali, guys. Lunch race. Supper race. Morning breakfast race with bread. But I'm home when you are in Nyabuhanse.
Ugali.
So, breakfast porridge with sweet potato. Lunch ugali with fish.
Very healthy
Supper,
diet.
ugali with omena or chicken. Sleep natural.
Yeah.
You know.
Very healthy.
Here, raise any corner, and then when you walk around here, town is smell sewage. I don't know what happened in Nairobi, but everything we say, God is number one. We thanks God a lot for a lot of things He done in our life, guys. We meet here with a small family in Nairobi, and I told him you know at least say hi only in our channel. It's not vegetable to do this, but God is number one. He helped me to see another day. I love you guys. I love you all for supporting me, and always Team Marwa, Team our family. Tomorrow don't miss this. We're going to meet in Nairobi CBD. There were a lot of people in Rendema for same. Tomorrow when you need to see
meet and greet.
When you know Team Marwa, you come, you don't have a long nose, don't do interview with me. Okay. We need a long nose. Okay. But tomorrow is a Sunday. We pick anyone. You feel you have any problem for Team Marwa, come show there and ask him. We can give you answer. Today we give a free rest him our boss Marwa to make sure a lot of children here he can making to rest, to have a lot of things he can done different with interview. So tomorrow come to interview. Always Team Marwa, we are here, 3 machine gun, Mayugno, Nasto and Sejo. Come show love together tomorrow. And they don't come with sadaka. We don't like sadaka.
We don't take sadaka. That is
Sadaka is offering.
Don't come with sadaka.
For us, it's positive vibes.
Positive vibes.
No tithing.
And they come with water only from your house. Because water in the market Nairobi, UTI only. UTI only. So no problem. Thank you guys.
Road to success. Road to success.
40,000.
Yeah, 40,000.
And you too?
I have headed to 10,000.
Imagine. You are waiting what?
Can you subscribe?
Support my brother, guys. The guys do a really amazing of work. And today we meet in Nairobi.
From the village, in the party actually.
Today we're going again in the party to see Muzongo live. I'm the guy need to fire waste, guys. I start to prepare my fire waste. Imagine. No problem. Thank you guys. God bless you so much.
My brother over here. Success, bro. All the best.
Manganyi. You have a Sejo there. It's tired too much.
Sure.
Hey, bro,
So welcome guys, this is in Concept Interior Studio. Today we are going to give you a tour of our workshop. This is where we prepare our materials, where we prepare everything. This is where we do our prefabrication for our materials before we go to the site. So I'll give you a tour. So this is our workshop. This is our workshop. I hope the light is enough.
It's okay.
So we have machineries here. We will start here. We'll start here.
Okay.
So this machine, this one is a panel saw.
A panel saw?
Yeah, it's called a sliding panel saw. Some people call it a table saw. Sliding panel saw. You can see it slides. So it can carry a very big board. You put it over here, and then you just slide and it cuts. This is the blade. This is the blade that cuts the board. So this machine uses 2 blades. The reason as to why it uses 2 blades is because it needs to do a very clean cut over here. So if you use 1 blade, the big one alone, it will cut clean on the top, but the bottom side will not be clean. So the small blade always cuts on the bottom. That's why it cuts there. Then the big one will cut through. So it will come out clean on both sides, so that when you are doing the edge banding, the both sides are clean. So this is a panel saw. It is a high precision panel saw. It uses millimeters to measure. So when we cut every board, it has to come with a measurement. Each piece must have a measurement. So if we want to do a cabinet, first of all we do what we call a cutting list. So first of all we come up with the design for the kitchen. So we come up with the design for the kitchen to determine how many drawers we need, how many doors do we want, how big is the high level, how big is the low level. All that has different sizes of pieces of board that you will join together to come up with a cabinet. So those cabinets, they have, some have drawer face, some have some sides, some have shelves. All those pieces of boards, they come in different sizes. So those different sizes, we have to do the drawing first on the computer, determine the size of each and every piece of the board that will go into the kitchen. Then we do what we call a cutting list. After we do a cutting list, then we will come up with the measurements on the stickers, and then we will cut each board with each size. So here we have, this is a kitchen we are preparing. So you can see all these boards are different sizes. You can see these are different size with its measurements. These are different size. These are different size. So if you get these measurements wrong, when you go to the site to start assembling, the kitchen will not be complete. Because if this board, if I cut it slightly bigger with 2 millimeters, that kitchen will not fit. So you have to be precise in millimeters, if you know what millimeters is. So that's why we call that machine, it's a high precision cutting machine. It doesn't lose even 1 millimeter. It is very high precise. So that is what we use for cutting. Once we cut these boards, The boats come in this size. They are normally big like this.
These are
This is a 4 by 8, 4 feet by 8 feet. So we cut them into small sizes, and then after cutting them, you see after you cut, this is the inside, this is the color, because the board comes in different color. You can see this is the gray, this is white, this is white, this is brown, this other one is dark gray. So those different colors will also determine the kind of edging that we are going to use here.
So
for each board you have to get the same color for the edging to put here, so that once you do this, it looks the same. You can see this is gray, this is a gray lipping. So this is white. So we use the white lipping. So if we cut a brown board, we'll use a brown edging or a lipping. So they come in different colors. You can see all these they come in, every board has got its own lipping. Yeah. So this machine here, it looks so big, but it only has one job in this workshop. Just to edge band the edge.
But it does it neatly.
Neatly, yeah. You can see the way it's done it.
And it's smooth, It's to
Very
avoid
smooth,
cutting or.
Yeah, it's smooth. And if you notice this lipping, it is when you put it here, it is bigger than the board.
yeah, it overlaps.
Yeah, it overlaps on this side and on this side. So this machine, once it sticks the edging on it, it has a blade that trims on the top and another blade trims on the bottom.
So the work, So the work of this machine is to
Just
put
to
this.
stick we call it an edge bander. So the only work it does here is just to bind the boards, do the edge binding. So I will demonstrate to you how it does. Let me get this.
Guys, these are the edging clips.
Yeah, so you can see this is this board. This is how it looks. It's gray. This is where we have cut. So we want to edge bind this area. So we come here. This machine uses what we call hot glue. The glue is granule. I will show you. But you have to melt it. So we have to warm the machine up to 200 degrees temperature so that the glue can melt. When it's melt, that's when you can start off the machine. So you switch on, this is the belt, the conveyor belt that pulls the board. And then we have this is the trimming blade. The second switch is for the trimming blade. And then the third switch is for the buffing, pads. So once you do that, this is how our board looks like. Put it here. Oh, there's one thing I've forgotten. Forgotten one thing. You're supposed to. Okay, I'll show you. Okay. It does not. Yes. Why? Because it uses hydraulic. To pull the lipping and also to cut. So you can see, because I did not put the pressure, it is not edge lip. So we have to put the pressure. That's why we have this machine here. This machine is a compressor. Wow.
So powerful. Looks intimidating, like a bird.
We need to switch it on. time it is not as burnt because there was no pressure. Let's see this time.
There we go.
Already.
Wow, very small.
You can see.
Very small. That's the edges.
Yeah.
The extension.
It puts, it trims, then it buffs. Oh. Yeah. So when you go on the other side, I will show you how it works. You need to come behind here. Come inside with your camera. So this is the knife. You see when I do this, it goes, it cuts. So this is we call it the adhesive that it uses to stick this on the board. But now because we have to heat it, we put it here, it melts. 200 degrees temperature.
Very hot.
It melts, it's very hot. Once it melts, then, yeah, 200, you saw it there. 200 degrees. It's very hot. Yeah. So when I put this board here, so it takes the glue there, it pulls the lipping, it cuts, then it comes here, it is trimmed on the top side, it trimmed over here, the bottom side. Then this is the buffing part on the top side. Then it has another buffing part over here for the bottom side. So it cuts on the top, on the bottom, it buffs on the top, on the bottom. Then it's done. It's very fast.
And this is the
Very
outcome.
fast. And this is how it looks.
It's very fast.
Yeah, very fast. So it has 7 motors. It has this one motor. This is another one. This is a motor. This is a motor. That wheel over there has another motor below it. So there are 2 motors here. There's one that is running this. It is on the inside the machine. So you only have the shaft over here, and you have another shaft over there. So it has 7 motors. Running the machine. It looks like an engine.
Maybe you should tell us
And
how
all these things, I bought this machine in China. I only went to the factory one day. They did a demonstration for me for 30 minutes.
and you learn.
And I came back and they gave me the machine. So I struggled with it until I knew how to operate it.
Wow, that's nice.
So we have another machine. This one here. We call it a spindle molder. We use this machine to make panel doors. If you know panel doors, it makes grooves like this one.
Heavy doors, eh?
Yeah, panel doors. So it makes grooves like this one. But this machine, it has more than 100 functions. So you just change this head. You remove this head. You put another one, you remove this one, you put another one. More than 100 heads can go here. So they will give you different
results.
Yeah, different
Oh,
results.
it is the one that does the
The
drilling.
spindle molder. Yeah, it shapes here, it molds. It also does the doors. We use it for making panel doors. Yeah, panel doors. So this one has a lot of work. Yeah. Then you have this big one here. This one we call it
For cutting.
thicknesser planer. It's a planer thicknesser. This one is for making wood smooth. So you do like this.
Yeah.
I switch it on. I just put it inside here. It pulls. When it goes to the other side, it will be very smooth. So it's just smooth and
What do we call randa in English?
run like a planer.
Oh, this is
a
the
big
one.
planer.
Yeah. Because now I'm seeing these blades.
Next wood so
Yeah, it smoothens the wood. But the wood is wrapped like this. We put it inside there. It will come out when it's very smooth. Then you change the piece of wood like this. Then it will also smoothen the other side. You just do like that. And then it also gives you the gauge that you want. You can adjust.
So you can adjust.
You can adjust if you want 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Just use this. If you pull it down, it goes up. If you take it the other way, it goes down. So this one goes down, it comes up.
So how do you know the measurement?
It has a gauge here.
Oh,
If you want 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. But mostly you just use a tape measure. When you get inside, you just take the tape measure like that.
Wow.
So from there, I'll show you this one. So this is the compressor that supports that machine. We also use this to do spray painting when you have furniture that you need to be spray painted. So we use this air compressor. And we also have this machine here. I showed you our first machine. There it uses these blades. So these blades, when you use them for a long time, they get blunt. So this is the machine for sharpening.
Okay.
So this machine is a universal sharpener. It sharpens this blade, and it will also sharpen the blade for the plane. So you just change this head, then you can sharpen the blade. So it's a universal. It sharpens every machine that we have here. It can sharpen.
It's universal, yeah?
It's a
so
universal
that is its primary work.
Huh?
So
Yeah,
its
only
primary work-
its primary work is just to sharpen. Yeah, they look very bulky, very expensive, but they just do some small jobs. Jobs
But this-
that if you
this-
didn't have them, you cannot run the workshop.
Yeah.
If
So
we
they are
didn't have
essential,
this
eh?
machine, we cannot operate that panel. So because once you cut like 50 boards, the blade is done. You need to sharpen it.
This shows how organized you are. Right?
Yes.
So
Organized, yeah.
yeah, and this one here is we call it this is a band saw. A band saw. Nowadays you cut in the CNC. I've been saying I'll show people CNC. I've not shown them. We have it. So when we finish here, I'll take you to where the CNC is and we'll show you. So to cut a perfect circle like this, you do it with the CNC machine. It cuts round. But before the CNC came, we used to use this band saw machine. This one. So this one, when you want to cut round, it has a blade here. You just draw a line round, then you just pull it here. You just make it like this. You cut like this.
So that used to be a
This is a
tough
blade.
work, eh?
So it can cut round like that. It gives you a perfect circle. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It needs
I
a
can
lot
see
of
here
concentration.
You need to have more skills.
Yeah.
Because you might make a mistake and
Yeah, once you do your line here, you just be patient and take it slowly and just follow that line. It will come out perfect. People are
This
doing
is
that.
where you put it on, on and off.
This is the switch. You just step here, on and off.
And can you use it to cut meat like
Meat,
bones?
yeah, this
guys,
is what they use
by
in
the
the
have seen
butchery.
this in
This is what they use in the butchery.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
but a smaller one. Now this is for wood. This is big. So they have a smaller version for cutting meat. But even this one can cut meat. If you put, even your finger, if you put it in.
That's
All these
crazy.
machines are very dangerous.
Yeah, they are.
So only trained personnel are allowed to use them.
Yeah.
Like that one, if you're cutting and you make a mistake and your finger went through like this, you won't even feel pain.
Because it's so
You won't feel pain if it cuts you.
You'll feel pain later.
Sometimes you will not even notice. We had a case whereby in industrial area, a guy was cutting the boards, then he cut himself and he didn't know. So he was doing like this and it's like, hey, he's feeling some wet because of the blood. When he looked like this,
the leg is not.
so it's very fast that you don't feel pain.
What?
So we only allow trained personnel,
You,
people
I was
who
going to
have been
ask you,
trained.
like, because I'm saying, like, your machines really need trained personnel.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
no
wanted
one,
to ask,
nobody,
not everyone can
yeah,
do
not
this.
everyone can operate them. We train people to use them. We teach them the precautions and everything, and they know how to handle them. So if you come there and you're not sure, it will easily cut you. So we only have people who are trained to use them. We don't allow anybody to touch it. He has never, if we have not trained them.
Okay.
Which is
Yeah.
nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Safety.
Yeah.
Tell us where your
Workshop is found.
workshop can be found. Maybe someone will be interested.
Our workshop is in Roysambu, along Lumumba Drive, and our WhatsApp number is +254 723 773898. So if you can call that number, you see why we have not advertised this workshop is because most of the jobs we do here, we do in-house jobs, or we do our projects. So we get a project, we do it. We get a project, we do it. So that's why we have not advertised out there.
Yeah.
We get our own projects. So we go out, do marketing, get the jobs, then we do it ourselves.
But
So anybody who wants to come and get the furniture or have something done for them, they can always get it on that number.
So I wanted to ask you, how did you start up with this idea? How did you come up with this idea?
This idea? I don't know.
Maybe you can share with us.
Okay, what happened is I used to do interior renovations, getting contracts and working. But now, when I used to do that, we used to start with small projects. So when you start with small projects, you don't have too much work. So when we started getting big projects, I realized that when we do a project, maybe it's aluminium and a glass project, we have finished the project and we have so much material remaining. So all those materials, they used to go at waste because I cannot take them to my house and I didn't have a store to store my remains for my projects. So how I came up with this structure, first of all, this was a store.
Yeah.
So we used to do our projects and all the remaining things we would bring them here because we will use them in another project.
Oh,
so if we do tiling in your house and the tiling remains, we keep them here. When we get another project, we use the same tiles. If we do glass, if we do aluminium, if we do all those things, the boards, everything that remained, because before when we started getting big projects, we started having so many materials left on the site and the client doesn't want them on the site, so we have to remove them. So what we used to do, we used to sell them at a throwaway price because you need to sell it now. You don't have somewhere to put it. So we came and took this space as a store. Yeah, so when I took this space as a store, I was just walking somewhere in industrial area and I saw a planner. Then I was like, if I bought this planner and put it in my workshop, I can be doing my own woodwork. So that's how I started. So when I was looking for this planner, funny enough, God guides people. I found a guy who imports these machines from the UK, and then he told me, I can get you a planner, I can get you a spindle, I can get you a bandsaw. So he brought me this bandsaw, this planner, and the spindle. Those are the first machines in this workshop. We got them from the UK. They are ex-UK. So we brought them here and we started using them for our woodwork. And then just like that, I got another project and I happened to travel to go to China. So when I went to China, when I went to the factory, just the way God guides you places that you didn't even plan. So I walked into the factory that sells this machine. Because initially I used to believe they are, sometimes before you see something, you believe it's very expensive.
You shy away.
And it's true, here in Kenya they're very expensive. So when I went to China and asked the prices for this machine, I was like, these machines, if I can work very hard, I can buy them. So I told, how much do you sell this? They told me we sell them at this much. I had some little money. So I paid for the deposit. After paying the deposit, so I bought this machine, this one, and that one at the same time. So I paid them a deposit, and then the remaining part, I just paid slowly. When I finished paying, then they shipped them for me. So when they shipped them, so this is when we started full-time now doing our production in the workshop. But before we brought this machine, this work that you see here, we used to take it to industrial area, to other people who have the same machine to do it for us, and we used to pay them. Not even tiresome, it costs you more. So right now, we do the same for other people who don't have the machines. They bring their boards here. In fact, the interior designers and contractors, they bring their boards here, we cut for them. After cutting for them, they go do their own project. They pay us the services.
So, in short, for example, if you have clients, maybe a job that you're working out of Nairobi, your shop, do you close your shop or does the shop?
This one.
There are people
quite close.
Managing it.
We have different team. I was at Marwa how many? 2 months.
That is why I'm asking the question.
I was at Marwa 2 months. The workshop was still running. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, from the time I went to Marwa, I've never stayed here for 1 week. Because when I left Marwa's place, I went to Kampala for 2 weeks. I came back, I went to Kitale, I came back, I went to see, I came back. Last week I was in Kitui. I am back here. The next week I'm supposed to go to Kitui to finish up the project. The following week I'm supposed to go to Kampala for 2 weeks. So I'm just... so
which is
we have
nice.
different personnel running every department. Yeah.
So how long have you been in this business or this career? Interior
The
design.
question that everyone asks. I guess.
We guess.
So many years.
5 years,
Maybe I can say 15 years.
15 years.
Something like that. 10 years.
Not
Over
less
10
than
years.
over 10 years.
Yeah.
That is
I just said over 10 years.
10, 20.
Actually, for you to set up something like this, you need to have experience. You need to be exposed. You need to know what you're doing, because you can buy these machines and still they will not give you, because you can buy this machine and just stay here and nobody will
Wait
bring
for
you
clients, no one is coming.
Yeah.
You need
At least you need to have connections. You need to have. You need to know people. You need to have. At least you know a few people that will bring you business so that the machine can operate and be able to pay for the workshop
And even maintenance.
and even the maintenance of these machines are very expensive. Like that one blade I showed you. So those 2 blades I showed you on this machine.
Yeah.
Those 2 blades, that one set, you buy 2 of them, the big and the small. That set is 20,000.
Wow, 10.
10. And if by any chance someone makes a mistake and goes there to cut a wood that has a screw inside,
Or a nail.
that blade is expired instantly.
So you buy
So
another one.
20,000 goes down the drain.
So, I have a question. Do you face any challenges? And if yes, how do you overcome
Yeah, challenges
them?
like those. I buy a blade today for 20,000, tomorrow it's normal. Someone just came
And how about
decided to-
now with the clients?
challenges with the clients. Yeah, we have challenges. There's no any project
Every
that doesn't have
profession has
every,
its own.
yeah, we get challenges with the client. Sometimes you sign a contract to tell a client you are going to finish your job in 3 weeks or 1 month. Then something happens. There's no power here for 2 weeks. We lose 2 weeks. Maybe the guy, the technician who was supposed to handle that project is sick. He didn't come to work. He's the one who did that project. He knows to handle ABCD. It doesn't come for a week. The project is delayed. Sometimes there are so many things, so many things that come. So sometimes the delay of the project. Sometimes you finish the project, then the client does not pay. So you start.
Oh, that's crazy.
And those are so many cases.
And the person,
Those are the most cases.
individual, like when you are starting up, to some point, do you feel like you have to end or you discourage? You know, when starting a business, this is a business, I believe. Huh?
Yeah,
So
sure.
at first, when you started, you some point like you want to give
Before
up.
you do anything, first of all, you have to calculate. You must have point A and point Z. And when you're doing your calculation, throughout the calculation, you have to be positive and say, I have to make it. But at the back of your mind, you must have
An option
a closure that this thing can flop. Then you must have plan B. If it flops, what do I do? That's how you manage yourself, because if you take all your money and put it here, then it flops, and you didn't figure out if it flops, what do I do if it flops? Then you get into depression. When you get into depression, then you cannot come out of that. So when you're doing anything, just be positive, trust in God that it will work. If it fails, know that God has allowed it to fail, and try again, and try again and again and again and again until you make it.
So
For the sake of okay, let him ask. Sorry.
okay, so I wanted to ask, with these lots of experience that you have, how do you deal with the clients who don't want to pay after the job, with the experience you have right
Just
now?
talk to them nicely.
Oh, really?
Nice to them.
Talk to them. Because even the court will not help you. Yeah, most of them have more money than you are.
Yeah.
And if you go the court process, you must have money.
Yeah.
So just talk to them nicely, beg them, like them, some will not pay at all, but that guilt conscience will always be with them. So I've had those cases whereby I work for a client, he never paid, he knows he never paid for me, but down deep they know I did a good job, so they will always refer me. Even without knowing, even without me knowing. But later on I will come to know, oh, so and so referred me. So whenever I come across a client, because those clients who don't want to pay me, they do that intentionally. Someone who wants to pay you will always try. If it's 100,000, he'll give you even 10. There are those who just say, I'm not paying and I'm not paying. So, and then another thing is, if someone owes you money and they don't have any intention of paying you, and you see completely they don't have any intention of paying you, just go over it and just move on. It will help you heal, because if I owe you 10,000 and I promise you to pay tomorrow and I don't pay, I promise you to pay the day after tomorrow, I don't pay, I promise you 1 year down the line, you'll be always hoping that I will pay, so you're not working hard to get that 10,000 elsewhere. You're just hoping that I'll pay you at the weekend. So when I don't pay,
you get frustrated.
You get frustrated. So another week comes, I don't pay, you get more frustrated. But if it happens 3-4 times, you can always gauge. Being in the industry for a long time, I've known when a client doesn't want to pay me, I will know. So I just go over it, I forget about it. I'll be reminding them just once in a while to see if they react, but I already moved from there. I'm elsewhere. I'm getting other projects, I'm doing well. But if you keep on waiting for them to pay you, you get depressed, you get a lot of
frustration,
stress, you get stressed up, and you cannot move on. Because once you know that there's nowhere I'll get 10,000, then your mind starts thinking of how you can get 10,000 elsewhere. But the moment I know you owe me and you'll pay me over the weekend, my mind is focused on that 10,000 on Saturday. So if in your heart you have an intention of not paying me, then that's a depression to me.
Personally, I'm a victim of that.
It has happened, in the years I've been in the industry. We have a lot of those clients. We sign contracts, yes, but those contracts sometimes most of the time they are there to protect me.
Yes.
Sometimes not even to protect the client. If the client demands something that you did something, and sometimes the client will come and say he wants you to pay him. And the time I did for a client a job, and he demanded that I pay him back the money that was 3 million.
Wow, that is unfair, man.
And I didn't have the 3 million, and it was so serious. I even went to a lawyer and I was given a demand letter. And it was so stressful. But because we had a contract, we had a project manager, he was just being fussy, because what happened is we did the job, then later on he said he didn't like the job we did. He didn't like the materials. But you see, he had a project manager who was approving everything. So sometimes when you sign the contract, they protect you.
Okay, my question is, now that we have seen you have so many activities, when you look at the outside, you will see so many men doing different, it's like a system on its own. Someone else is doing the metal work, the other is doing the timber, the other is on the seats. Can you tell our new subscribers what services or what do you do specifically?
In concept interior design, is now we are changing the name very soon to In Concept Construction and Interior Design. So we are getting into construction. In concept, we do everything. We do everything. When it comes to interior, we will do your grills, we will do your tile work, we will do your glass work, we will do your cabinetry, we will do your ceilings, we will do your paint work. So basically, when you have a shell of a house that is already done with the contractor, we come in, we give it back to you when it's complete, ready for occupation. We even do furniture, so we can even furnish it for you.
Nice.
We even do soft furnishing. We will go buy for you the duvets, buy for you, and decorate the house for you. So that's what In Concept does.
Okay. In Concept Interiors.
In Concept Interior Studio.
Studio.
Yeah, very soon you will see us now building completely, doing the foundation,
From
Yeah.
the scratch.
like Mayuguno.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So I wanted to also like ask you in terms of profit, how is it? Is it profitable enough? Because I feel like it is something that really gives you good money. Maybe you can
Good
share.
money is relative.
Millions in
Secret
this workshop.
agenda.
Is it a secret
That one is
agenda?
secret agenda.
Maybe you can
But what I
roughly
can say-
estimate for us.
What I can say is
Yeah.
that profit is relative.
Yeah.
Profit is relative because if I made 100,000, so many other things you need to take.
Pay your personal
So you know,
bills.
the more you have, the more you grow, the bigger the responsibilities you have, and the more you spend also in the project.
So I also wanted to ask you, do you also do it international? In case someone tells you, I want you to come and, not in Africa or somewhere else, can you also do that?
Depends on when you say international, because some international engagement will be expensive. What I'm sure I can do internationally is I'm a consultant. I can do consultancy. And that one I'm sure I can do consultancy
Just check
anywhere.
consultancy.
Yeah, I can do consultancy anywhere. I can come to Uganda. Uganda, I can do a project. Tanzania, I can do a project. East Africa, we can do a project because we can access very easily.
closer.
But now, let's say like a country like in Nigeria,
Lying out.
maybe
Yeah.
South Africa, maybe outside Africa, maybe for consultancy. Because even taking the workers from here to wherever flight ticket is more expensive.
Unless they
Okay.
Yeah, you pay. You see, most of the people here don't have passport, so that's why you stand. You stand now in
I know police and I know let them go. Let the bad.
Yeah, it's huge.